Okay, welcome back to more Eiyuu Senki. So, we will begin our invasion of China. Again, not something that most people should be able to say realistically, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, let's just replenish our troops, and we'll get started. Okay, blah blah blah. So now that you've done your mission, that mission to get Sun Tzu out of there by by spreading a rumor that, oh no, Qin Shi Huangdi's collapsed again, coughing up blood everywhere, and she freaks out and goes back to Shan. Oh, so yeah, while she's over there, let's go ahead and kick their ass. I was hoping I would use Oda Nobunaga against them, but it turns out they're not actually weak to it. Kinda awkward. That's alright, we'll just put the lawyer anyway. Lancelot? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna take a risk and say that they're not going to counterattack when it's their turn, because sometimes the enemy the enemy countries have a chance to invade you, your own territories. And if they do, it's fine. We can always just take them back anyway. So let's risk it for the biscuit. We'll just send it up there and. We should be fine. I mean, I suppose taking care of Lubu would be a better choice. Because she has 8 attack. If she hits anyone, that's basically not very good. No, I forgot Chihaya can't reach her. The reason why I put Chihaya in the middle is because later on down the road, he gets a passive ability called Ambition, and that basically gives everyone around him, in the top, down, left, and right of him, +1 attack. So that's why I always put him in the middle. Just force of habit. I should have been paying attention so I could put him in the front row so he could actually reach Lubu, and he wouldn't have to suffer like what? 103 damage? It's fine though. Because why not? The animation for this is kick-ass anyway. I can never get tired of watching it. So. Alright. So you beat her. You can't capture her right away because she refuses to work with you until you actually capture the rest of China. Which sucks because there are other commanders who immediately join you as soon as you beat them in battle, but Lubu is not one of them. It's fine though. We can take over the rest of the country without her assistance anyway, so. Alright, so we'll just save here, because in case we screw up it later on, then we need to redo it for whatever reason. So we're gonna go south. We're gonna go capture Eiyuu. I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation of that. I'm sorry, native Chinese speakers, but whatever. Put Toshizo in first because she's got the highest defense out of all of them. I guess I could put Benkei up in front too because she has 8 defense, so that Toshizo doesn't have to be the only one taking all the hits, and obviously hit out again in the back. Alright, let's see. Who has the weakest defense? It looks like this dude. Typically speaking, in the early game, for Eiyuu Senki, the AI units have either a really high attack or really low defense, or the other way around. It's very rare for you to run into AI units that have both really high attack or really high defense. In which case, if they do, then they'll have really slow speed in order to balance them out. So later on, though, it kind of breaks away from that template. So it's like, ooh, the balance? What balance? I just realized because we're hitting this dude with 8 attack, 8 defense. I mean. It's taking forever to kill this dude. Now that I think about it, it would have been better for us to kill the Ganning dude first. In fact, let's do that. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. It also sucks that they're all in the front row because I can't use Hiraga Gennai's bombardment ability, which makes she can go faster with each turn. So, whatever. Either way, there's literally no way you can lose unless you just continuously click wait and let the enemy just kill you over time. Which, I mean, if you got a brain, you wouldn't do that. Okay, that's that. Right now the battles are a little bit boring, but that's only because all your commanders don't really have their most powerful skills yet. As you progress through their character events, they gain really strong skills. Some commanders just start with really strong skills, like the Knights of the Round Table. Oh, like I said, they were going to invade because we used all of our troops. We just don't have a choice but to retreat. Like I said, though, it doesn't really matter. So, boom, there you go. Just let them have it. You can always capture it back. It's not like the end of the world or something. Let's see. Because they invaded this turn, however, I now know that they won't invade next turn. So now we can actually double invade Beijing and Yuyang. We could also do an event here if we really want to stay on the safe side, but fuck that. We ain't no bitch. Okay. Let's go ahead and invade Beijing first, because we already know what's in Yuyang. Okay, 4. Let's send in our heavy hitters. Oda Nobunaga in the back. Yeah, let's send Himiko, just, you know, for heals. Ino, Tatakata, and, again, Abe, Seimei. I forgot what Ino's stats were. Not very good. Let's see, who's got weakest defense here? Kind of in the back, I guess. Yeah, let's go whale away at this girl. Why not? If we can get up to 5, or no, not 5, 3 brave, then we can actually have Chihaya just wipe the entire front row with his Sumigari no Tachi. Juicy damage. No one needs healing just yet, so... Himiko, why won't she be so bad? Like I said, enemy AI is surprisingly... I don't think I've actually mentioned this. Never mind. I retract my earlier statement. But enemy AI, in this game at least, seems to be quite intelligent. They will actually go after your weaker units. Like, for example, if you have a unit that's low on HP or a troop count, then they'll go after them first in order to finish them off. Because if finishing off a unit is really important in this game. Because, like I mentioned before, when I explained how this game calculates damage, even like I said before, even a unit with like say 100 or so troops, but has a maximum unit count of like what? A couple thousand, can still deal like what, up to 1,000 damage, even though they're only on like what, 100 troops or 100 HP. It's kind of weird that way, but that's just how it works. Just go ahead and heal Oda Nobunaga because reasons. Let Chihaya tank some of the damage. She was almost dead. Now she is. And also, you'll notice how the game produces like a certain number of bubbles, in accordance to how much damage you deal. That kind of explains why the early game is kind of boring and just standard attacks back and forth for now. Because the amount of brave that you receive per attack is direct. Kind of correlates to how much damage you do. So later on in like the end game, where your troops are probably going to have around 5,000 or so, or maybe even 10,000, depending on what kind of unit you're using and how much you invest into them. Every single attack is going to do like what? Damage is ranking in like the thousands. So it's like every time you attack, you're gaining like 2 or 3 brave, which means that obviously you're going to be able to use a lot more of your attacks a lot more frequently. So the game does pick up in that regard. It's just this early game is a little bit slow. And the reason why the enemy team or the enemy units here are all at really low percentages is the fact that is because we already beat them. They're still using the same units. So if you've already beat them, but you know you've let the enemy capture back their city for whatever reason, then the same units are still there. It's just because you've already beaten them, you've already weakened them. So if that makes any sense. So this is basically a cakewalk. Everyone just dies in one shot. At least they should. Alright. Double capture the cities. I'm hoping they don't invade. That's the plan anyway. They did, so fuck me. It's fine. We still got a net gain of fuck me! Fuck China, man! No, I don't actually mean that. But don't tell anyone Chinese that I said that. But seriously, the game's never done that before. Recording first, huh? Anyways, that's fine because we can technically use these battles as constant troop farmings because every single time you get a great victory, you gain 20 troops total. And even if you get a victory, your troops still gain like 10 troops total anyway. So it's still like, I guess, valuable troop gain because in the early game you want to be able to let natural troop gain give you your units more soldiers that way because later on obviously you can't really depend on that when your units are in like the 5,000 or so. The growth rate still stays the same throughout the entire game. Even if you get a great victory, you're not gonna get like 100 troops even in like the end game. So you're gonna have to really increase the size of your units through direct recruitment using money. So now would be a good time to just let, the game's natural growth rate kind of take over. Anyways, let's go ahead and double invade again. Because now we know for a fact that both cities have really weakened troops. So we may as well. And hope that China doesn't invade twice again in the same turn. God damn, you're killing me. I swear. Please, game. Why you do this? Well, you didn't kill her in one shot? Okay, good. She did. Alright, we should be able to win this without taking any casualties here. She even got a critical just for good measure. Thanks, Himiko. You're the real MVP. Alright, recapture Beijing for the second time. Let's go ahead and save here. And now let's march on Yueyang for the third time in a row. Holy shit. Never thought I'd ever say that before. Alright. Third battle. Hey, look, she got more HP. So the enemy units don't always stay at the same troop count. Even if you beat them, sometimes they will gain more. It's just kind of random that way. I don't really know what kind of determines it, but hey, there you have it. We're just gonna kill off Sun Hao. Just be on the safe side. I would rather put them down to 1 unit instead of still having them 2. For reasons I stated before. Yoshitsune should finish her off. There we go. Nice crit. Again, just for good measure. Alright. Now we've done that. Alright. Yes! Finally, China did not invade, so we get to keep both our cities. Hell yeah! Fist pump. Okay. So, now we get to invade Chang'an. But you don't want to invade Chang'an just yet, because this game actually has what's called higher difficulty paths. What that is if you conquer countries in a certain path where the game considers them harder than, what you would actually do naturally. Like, I would invade Chang'an if I were to follow, the roads here, oh, Chang'an's right next to us, we're gonna go ahead and invade that next. But you can, it's not like you can't, but And the game makes no mention of this. It only shows you these kinds of higher difficulty paths when you actually complete them. So they're kind of like, if you guys ever played Black Ops 3, COD fans, ew. But if you ever play Black Ops 3, if you go to the challenge section, they have a challenge section that's called Dark Ops, where you don't know what they are until you actually complete them. It's kind of the same thing here with higher difficulty paths. So instead of going or marching on to Chang'an directly, all our units are at full HP, that's good. We are going to go around. We're going to conquer all 4 of the remaining Chinese territories before marching on to Chang'an. So we're going to do that right now. Let's go on to Chengdu. Again, pardon my horrible pronunciation. Oh no, we're on the back. Let's see. Shihaya in the front, Lancelot, Himiko, and Ino. I'm going to only deploy 5 of them because I want to send the other 5 over to the other city. We will leave Liu Bei to Oda because she has a special attribute bonus against warriors. Not against Lance for some reason, which I'm not really sure why. Maybe someone else can kind of come up with a better explanation for that. But hey, game does what it likes. Hopefully, can kill her off. Yes, that's what happened. That's good. Rifle shot. Oof, that nasty crit. Oof. Oda Nobunaga, the real MVP of this battle. Ooh, she took a nasty hit though. And Himiko is at the way bottom because magicians are really slow by default. So looks like we won't be able to get a heal off. Should we do? I think we're gonna kill this unit anyway with the remaining amount of troops that we have. So it's not really necessary. Move her down there, even though it's kind of pointless. There we go. Alright, great victory. Oh. So every time, so just to explain what just happened there, so we got a pre-turn event, or like a pre-event event. I don't really know what to call those, but after you complete like a certain event, like maybe capturing a city, or winning a fight, or doing another event, right after you do that, the game will shift you into a transition where it'll give you like a short dialogue snippet of the main character, whose name is Shihaya, this dude right here. The game will give you a small snippet of him talking with a certain character or characters, and it's the game's way of telling you that you've got a new mission that you can do in regards to like a quest or character progression. So in that particular one that you saw there, before that I fast forwarded through by accident, it was a quest with, or character progression event with Seimei. So if you go to missions, you can see that you can now talk to Seimei, and her mission's called touring Kyoto's attractions. So you just basically talk to her and you progress her along a tree. So that's how the game tells you, oh look, you've got a new event, and in case you forget which ones they are, you can just pull out the missions tab and everything's there before you, all nice and tidy. I think I already saved. No, actually I didn't, so it's a good thing I checked. Fortunately, we can't do this right now because we don't have enough research points or search points in order to complete it or match the requirements. Meet the requirements. My English is pretty bad, as you guys can tell. So we can now invade Lhasa or Dunhuang. Let's go to Dunhuang. Why not? All right. Seems simple enough. Benkei in front. We're gonna actually put Yoshitsune in the front with Toshizo and Benkei because that way she can actually reach everyone. We can still put Seimei and Hiragena in the back because they're magicians. They have pretty good range, as you should expect of magicians. They're pretty terrible if they didn't. Good that they're attacking Toshizo because she's got the highest defense out of everyone here, with the exception of Benkei, who has the same amount. Let's go ahead and take care of the Lancer unit, because the Lancer unit can actually, he actually has enough range to, or she, there's no male characters in this game except for the protagonist. There I go again. She has the most amount of range for a melee unit, so if they're positioned in the front row, they can actually hit in the back row. Lancers for you. Le Seu. We can afford not to for now. Missile. Seimei is super slow, but she hits hard. I mean, having 8 attack does that for you. Hey! Everyone want to know where Zheng is chilling in this game? There he is, and we're killing him. Oof, that hurts. This one's gonna be a tough nut to crack because she's got 7 defense, so that means that all our attacks are gonna take a little bit of time here. Another thing about AI behavior mechanics, I don't really know how to call that, but another thing about AI enemy kind of, you know, behavior stuff is that typically speaking they'll attack the person, they'll attack your commanders who's right in front of them. That's their kind of main thing. So we got another mission with Lancelot here. So yeah. That's that. Anyways, we're going to end the video here because I think it's been 15 minutes and I want to keep these videos in 15-minute segments. So we will catch you next time, and hopefully we'll be able to successfully capture the rest of China and bring the Chinese commanders under our belt, and we will use them to capture the rest of Asia. So, until next time.